We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Now here's Johnson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On first down, Breeze. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Following the interception, Winston being chased out left. To the left side and complete from Julian Edelman. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a second down throw for Winston. That is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. First carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
The 2nd down throw for Winston. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to get him for a loss of 5. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. Play fake. Winston. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
21. Got it. 12.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Easy. You're good. Right forward. Ready. Got it.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
12. Got it. 5-8.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
5-8.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. How did he stay on his feet? They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise Pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They get it to him running left. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They're running. Ingram. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Ingram denied on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. On play action, Winston rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it to Clay that time, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2 seconds to go, 1st quarter. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Jameis now on 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll leave this for Ware. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all those big...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On second down, here's Breeze. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Over the middle to Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Bucs now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Forced out to his left. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys in his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
Here we go. Left. Hey, easy. Good. Right full, ready. Right side. Got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Breeze to throw on second down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one will finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Breeze going to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Saints on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First down, Winston. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Catanzaro's kick is right. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Winston again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Green,
A 1st down throw for Winston. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. 21. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Breeze. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Left side here, caught by Clay. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 23 yards on the play.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a former 1st-round pick, Patrick Robinson. He was looking for Edelman there. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Breeze now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Left. On 4. We're shot.
On 1st down, Breeze. Flush to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd down, Kamara. Ooh, the juke. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Got it. Left. Forward. Over. We're shot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Edelman set to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Escaping the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Got it.
Here's Breeze to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Shotgun now for Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Breeze. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17. And they will set up shop. 17-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Working out of the gun, Winston being chased out left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Winston. Steps away to his left. And now he'll turn and off his back foot. And my goodness, another interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Edelman was the intended target. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. A first down throw for Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Bridgewater. Gonna throw, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Bucs on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now in desperation. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And this one will be brought back to the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. What a spin. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Set! Ready! Ready!
He's coming. We got double up.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.